So you work with your clients in ClickUp and suddenly they're like, oh my God, this is too much. I don't even know what to do with all of this. Now, today I'm going to show you how to make it really simple for your clients to come into ClickUp, to know exactly what to do and where, and automate your client onboarding so your clients feel seen and heard, know exactly where things are happening, and you barely have to do anything. And in case you don't know me yet, I am Yvonne Hyman. I am a business efficiency consultant and ClickUp verified consultant since 2018. And I am here to show you the simple systems so your business works for you while you enjoy your life. Now, what's the problem when we are bringing in clients into ClickUp? They don't know their way around. They potentially get overwhelmed right away and they're like, I'm just gonna stick to my email. I know how this works. I don't want to deal with this. And now suddenly everything you've built and everything you've done to make their life easy and your life too goes down the drain because the client simply doesn't use it. Systems, dashboards, ClickUp, all of these things are amazing, but they are just as good as the user. You can recreate other people's systems and workflows, but if they are not being used, if they're not being adjusted to the people within the process, it's not going to do you any good. I want to show you around my client dashboard, show you how you can build that on your own and how it really makes your client's first day within ClickUp really simple. And then we're gonna dive into some ClickUp automations to make this even easier on your end, shall we? You might have seen this template in one of my past videos. This is our client delivery template. This is where we use ClickUp hierarchy to our advantage. And I promise you, 95% of the time, this client structure, this hierarchy right here in ClickUp is going to do the job for you. We have a client delivery space. Within that client delivery space, we have a folder for each client. So every client gets their own folder. And within that, we have our lists. We have our onboarding tasks. We have our ClickUp training where we show our clients how they can find their way around ClickUp, specific client training for your own processes and workflows, our client hub. Those are the tasks and to-dos for our clients, our client assets, and then the deliverables. If it's more of a VA setup you are running, one services list is going to do and you can just throw it all in there. If you are more of an agency style where they might have organic social media and paid social media, 2 lists will do. And this is our standard setup now combined with our custom overview. Now you might not have seen this yet. We now have right here in ClickUp an overview tab that you can customize. We similar in the past used to do this in dashboards. Now we can do it straight in the client's folder. And again, custom views like this follow ClickUp's hierarchy. Once the client goes from lead to client, and I'm hoping you are running your leads through the ClickUp CRM. If you haven't seen that setup yet, I have a video on that one. So when things change in there, and here's a hint on the first automation actually, when that lead becomes an active client, this can be automated. More to that later. And with that, the client gets their client folder with all the lists and all the things underneath. And then we have a welcome video right here. This is a me on camera. Hey client, so great to have you here to give you a little bit an overview. Here is where you can find things. And I literally walk them through this. You can easily add different cards up here, and we'll get to this in a second. This is also where we have bookmarks ready for them to go. Meaning, awesome, we are producing a podcast for you. You should be using my podcast production template right here in ClickUp. Yes, I have templates for everything. And we have linked right in here the SOP, the standard operating procedures, and everything they need to know for this process. You should have your standard operating procedures done. If you don't have that yet, yes, I might have a video on that one too. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so I can really give you all of these simple systems to implement them piece by piece in your business and become more productive and efficient. And not only that, they don't just get those standard operating procedures. We easily also can say, hey, if something isn't working right, here is your ClickUp form to submit your ticket and tell me what's not working right. You see where we are going? Now suddenly all of these processes that we are running in our business are easily accessible for the client right in here. Not only that, we also have an attached document right in here where we collect meeting notes, where we collect branding assets, whatever you want to have your client docs and notes linked right here in your client overview dashboard. Underneath, we have an overview. This shows us all of the lists and what's going on in there. How many tasks do we have in there? How many of them are done? What is the start date to them? What's the end date? You can customize this based on your needs. The client's training in here. Once this is assigned, this is a perfect getting them started off. Learn all the things you need to know about ClickUp and those little tiny things that you are not getting bogged down by trying to understand a tool. And then there's many other things where you can just add a card and you can customize this even more. Some of the ideas that you easily can implement in here is if you're a video production company, how many videos have you produced for your client within the last 7 days, within the last 30 days, whatever it is? Yes, you can do those calculations. You have your bookmarks, you have your docs, we talked about this. List of overdue tasks. You can bring your discussion in, you can bring in notes. There is so many things that you can do. Now, please keep it simple. You do not want to build this overview dashboard right here in ClickUp to bring the client back into full-on overwhelm and craziness. The goal with these client dashboards is to make it really simple. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to record a video. Grab an image and build a banner for it and simply embed the image in here. There is so many possibilities. Now let's talk about automation. Yes, we can automate this. I talked about the CRM setup. If you haven't watched the video, really make sure to watch my ClickUp CRM video because you're gonna see the client stage in there. Based on the client stage, you can run an automation that creates this whole folder. It creates everything that you've just seen in here like that. Yes, we can't do that in ClickUp. You need make.com for that. However, if you want to see that automation, pop into the comment section and let me know to record that video and show you how you can build the automation to really generate that client folder without you having to do anything and naming it too. Now, here are a couple final tips. The more simple and the more structured this onboarding is, the happier your clients are, the longer they are gonna stick around, the more likely they are to come back as a client and refer you. Have your 5-year-old look at this and be like, does this make sense or does this not make sense? Get out of your nerdiness, guilty of that one, and really make it simple and structured. You've already seen some of the tricks that we use to make this simple. Use a Loom video to walk people through in their welcome message. This is completely scalable and you can easily automate this client onboarding right here in ClickUp with the whole setup and everything, which means you easily can scale your business from 5 clients to 50 clients. You just have to have your processes ready to build all of this out and template it right here in ClickUp. You really need to structure your processes to make this easy and repeatable for your clients and to be able to automate all the things that come alongside with this. And now suddenly you saved yourself easily 10 hours every week by getting yourself out of this admin work. And not only that, it allows you to track all the things that have gotten done or that might fall off the deep end, or where you thought it's just going to take 5 minutes and suddenly it took 5 hours. This is the structure you need to be able to scale your business and make your clients happy. And it really isn't that difficult. Now, I've mentioned the ClickUp CRM a couple of times. Go check it out because it neatly fits in as the first step to your client onboarding and can trigger the automation of building all of this like that. I'll see you in the video.